Welcome to my game Terminal Stability, where you and your friends need to defend the stability of the core from waves of enemies. In it, you traverse through liminal realms in search of upgrades, weapons, tools, and more to get stronger as the waves increase. However, if you're like me and don't have any friends, what can you really do? Don't worry, I've got you covered with your very own AI teammates. To test how good they really are, I put 12 of these agents against 2 of the strongest bosses in my game, Archangels Mycoal and GABRIEL. Here's how it works. Each of the AI agents can spawn in with a different weapon. There are 6 of them in total. So far, I have a sword, which is an overall good weapon. It has a 3-hit combo and a parry mechanic. Second, I have a trident, which is a rush type melee weapon. The first 3 thrusts do a low damage, but the final does a lot, and it also pushes you further. For the third weapon, I have an M4A1, which is a very powerful ranged automatic weapon, but it needs to be reloaded constantly. The pistol, on the other hand, fires in 3-round bursts, but it doesn't do as much damage as M4A1, but it has infinite ammo. The fifth weapon is a dagger, which is a very fast attacking weapon that can do a lot of chip damage in a short amount of time. And finally, we have the longsword, which is a slow melee weapon that does insane damage per hit. And for the 2 bosses I recently created, we have Archangel Mycoal that has 5 abilities. One I call Judgment, where he holds a ready stance for a few seconds before releasing a whirlwind attack all around him, pushing back enemies. Number 2 is Radiant Slash, where he teleports around the map, and every time he teleports, he shoots out shockwaves from his sword that grow over time. The third one is Parry. After he takes enough damage, he enters a parry state that, if he gets hit, he will teleport to the nearest target and deal a lot of true damage to the enemy. Fourth is Divine Light, in which he teleports to a random enemy and spawns a healing radius around them. And finally, Heavenfall, his ultimate ability, in which he flies towards the sky and drops, breaking the ground and dealing insane damage to everyone caught in the radius. On the other hand, we have Archangel Gabriel, who is a ranged unit who has a sword rifle, which is pretty cool, I think. The first attack is Shattering Light, in which he fires a bomb that explodes with the 3 homing missiles. Flight, he starts flying, making him a lot harder to hit with melee weapons, and it makes him faster. But eventually he will come back down once the cooldown is reached 0 again. Severance, in which he shoots out multiple shockwaves from the sword that grow over time, but he doesn't teleport around the map. Homing Missiles, in which he shoots out 15 homing missiles that target random players. And his ultimate attack, Divine Beam, in which he enters a sniper stance before shooting a devastating beam from his gun that deals insane damage to anyone caught within the radius. And with all the abilities out of the way and all the weapons, let's take a look who wins. And I'll be joining the AI team, by the way, because there's no way we're winning. So